Hi there, Commanders! GuardianE here with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video, and today we are going to be covering the brand new collaboration with Evangelion. So as you can see here, we got the banner pulled up, the first banner of 3, first limited pickup recruitment for Asuka. We are also going to be getting a separate banner for Rei, and then another separate banner for Mari. So all 3 of the female pilots are going to be available through banners, and Misato is going to be a free SR available through, I think, just some of the mission rewards from the event itself. Just an SR, but frankly, I'm just happy and thrilled that she's actually in the game. They didn't forget Misato, which I feel like a lot of collabs tend to do. So very, very psyched for that, and I am going to be pulling for all 3 of the collaboration characters. Again, we're starting with Asuka here. Now, we are going to go over the event as a whole and the update in this video, but first we are going to start with the pulls, and I am going to be pulling for all of the characters in sequence when they come out. So we're going to be putting out a pull video for after Asuka, Rei, and then Mari as well. Again, limited pickup. It's they're collab units, so they are limited. Who knows if they'll ever come back. 2% for the pickup for Asuka out of the overall 4%. And let's get started. So Asuka is going to be an abnormal attacker. We'll take a closer look at her kit overall, but it does look like she's geared towards high damage and boosting fire attack. Alright, so let's see. Alright, starting off with a purple here. Yeah, okay, it's okay, we're just warming up, for a collab unit, she seems pretty decent. Her numbers are good, at least on paper, so we'll see how it all kind of shakes out in the end, but it does look like she might be another option for a fire team, so that's always nice for raids and everything. Alright, next 10. We do have plenty of vouchers, and of course plenty of crystals and gems, so hopefully they're kind today, but we are prepared. Okay. Whew, alright. I love seeing that gold light, just sends those endorphins flying. Okay, let's see who we got here. Abnormal is the name of the game. If we get Asuka on our second multi, that would be phenomenal. That is going to be the third Nikke in this. Number 2, come on, Rappy, give us some luck here. And abnormal, that's gotta be her. Okay, we are gonna get Asuka right away. And there she is. The original tsundere, or one of the original tsunderes. So, that's fantastic. I'm personally a fan of Evangelion. Evangelion was the first anime I ever watched, like way back when. Obviously, this is celebrating the rebuild, which I have not seen yet. I've just seen the original old school series, but I am a fan. Again, it is a nostalgia trip for me, so I am happy to see all of these characters. Mari excluded just because I don't really know much about her, although her design is pretty nice. I will watch Rebuild at some point, which again, it's not I don't know how much of spoiler territory it is. It's not like a retelling, or a reimagining, I guess. The characters are the same characters, but also not the same characters. So this is not the Asuka that I know technically, but also is kind of the same. Anyway, that's awesome. I'm not gonna go for the max limit break. I'm not really interested in that, especially considering that there are 3 collaboration banners incoming. We got some luck today. That doesn't mean we're gonna get luck against Rei or Mari. We don't know what's going to happen there. And then, of course, after that, who knows, right? Before we know it, it's going to be the anniversary. There's going to be maybe a new Pilgrim. You know, there's always more targets and more places to put your resources in the future. So don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and we're not going to do that today. Alright, so taking a closer look at Asuka here, being abnormal attacker, of course, burst 3. Those with abnormal gear are pretty much always prepared for the collaboration units to be able to overload them and everything. She is of the Nerve Squad, as you can see, and lined up here alongside her, Rei, Mari, and Misato. Special organization under the United Nations, they utilize humanoid mechas called Evangelions to combat angels, the unknown enemies. Her full name is Asuka Shikinami Langley. So again, this is the rebuild version of Asuka, the Asuka that I know, Asuka Soryu Langley. So again, not exactly the same. A native of Germany and the pilot of Evangelion Unit 2, her competitive nature and straightforward personality makes it difficult for her to be bested by people around her. Alright, so we can check out her idle animation here. A little flourish with the hair, hands on the hips, and a cocky smile. Gotta love it. The signature red plug suit that she has going on too. It is, classic Asuka. Here we go with the shooting pose, assault rifle, that plug suit putting in work, reload animation and everything. Cute little hair ties all come together. And then the chibi, let's check out a little chibi too. Actually, her eyes look a lot brighter in the chibi. The bright blues, the baby blues. There she is, kind of stomping around. Very nice. Taking aim. Taking a knee for the reload animation. Magazine flying out. Okay, okay. Little stun. Raptors have invaded and you're acting like this? Don't you have a sense of urgency? So naturally, because it is a collaboration, there are a number of skins that is dropping alongside the event, as you can see. So Asuka's school uniform. So this is her classic look in the school uniform. I know there is going to be a school element to the event itself, or student element to it. There's some of the student Nikke are going to be featured in the event, if I'm not mistaken. Same pose and everything. I believe this is a free skin that you get. How to obtain. Yeah, obtain from you cannot evade event missions. So yeah, you get this just by doing event missions within the event itself. Love that. You cannot evade that. The phrasing from, of course, the different episodes of Rebuild. And here is her shooting pose once again with the school uniform, little reload, and the chibi. All right, so next up on deck we have Cynical Street. So I think that this is the mission pass or the event pass skin that you can get. So if you do the event pass, you pay for the event pass, you can get this skin. Looks like the little graffiti in the back. Okay. Oh, nice. Little flourish, little spray of the can. I do like that she's kind of like whistling and looking around like, oh, I'm not up to anything. And then bam, just spraying the screen and everything. I wonder what it says in the back. Does it say best? It's B something ST. I'm not sure, but it looks like there's a little drawing of Asuka in the corner there too. Yeah, it's some nice casual gear. She's got the shades, the visor. Like a jumpsuit jacket, biker shorts. Yeah, it's a nice street look. See her shooting pose with it once again. There we go. Got the sneakers in tow and the biker shorts as well. And then once again the little chibi too. Okay, so here's the test plug suit skin. I believe that this is the gacha skin. Yes, the costume gacha. Okay, so this is the premium skin of the batch effectively. So she obviously has a different pose, more wind effects and everything going along with it, more background associated with it. Gonna have its own burst animation that we'll take a closer look at too. But yeah, here she is, test plug suit. Once again, not familiar with the Rebuild series, because I don't think the test plug suit was part of the original, but here she is, pointing, stomping her feet a little bit, and then upturned nose, very much Asuka that I remember, so very, very appropriate, look of indignation towards us, and then the shooting pose here. So there we go. Once again, got the little green highlights on the plug suit itself. Otherwise, not terribly different. I do believe that the orange part is effectively supposed to be like see-through or transparent. You can see her hair kind of moving with the recoil too. And then here is the chibi. Usually the chibi has a special animation with the gacha costume. So let's see here. Yep. Okay, so she's mimicking the click pose or the animation where she kind of stamps her feet and turns her nose up at us. Okay, alright. Okay, so we can check out the costume gacha here. Should get the burst animation upcoming. There we go. Okay. Little glint of the eyes, zooms in. She activates the vacuum of the plug suit. Looks like she's coming out of the locker ready for some test scenarios or things like that. We can go ahead and use our gacha spin, because the free gacha spin has absolutely no chance of being the skin itself. We can just use it here, see what we get. It can't even be one of the premium rewards. I think the best we can get is probably that. I don't know. Alright, so we're going to take her for a spin in the shooting range and also talk about her kit as well as check out the animations and everything. So I did kind of just slap together a team that has a lot of fire Nikke in it, because it does seem like that is going to be a pretty good synergy point for her. And just kind of like check everything out. So we've got D, we got Alice and Modernia in there, Crown of course, also making up the Burst 2. There's that Killer Wife D animation, Crown as well. And then incoming is going to be, just dropping down from the flying Ava while opening up fire. Look at that. That was pretty cool. They're pretty dynamic. I like it. Again, it's probably a reference to Rebuild that I haven't seen yet. But you know, when I watch it, I'm sure I'll be able to call out the scene or two. Maybe that's just a signature thing she does. Who knows? So it does seem like there's opportunities for different plays with her and different team compositions and things like that. Her skill 1 passive is going to be affecting herself or boosting her own damage to shields. 601.01% continuously activates when recovery takes effect affects self, and then attack up. So it's strictly a selfish buff. She buffs her own attack based around healing, and then does increased damage not only overall, but also especially to shields. I like the flavor of that. I think it's trying to play into the whole like AT field thing within Evangelion, so that's very fitting, makes a lot of sense. Does make me think that we're probably going to be getting some bosses with some heavy shields in the near future, at least for this event. For the skill 2 passive, activates when entering full burst, affects self when in shield status. Damage as strong element, up 30%. Okay, so she gets an elemental boost, and then activates when entering full burst, affects all fire code allies. Damage dealt when attacking core, up 60% for 10 seconds. So core damage, as well as boosting fire attackers, as well as getting another boost based around her own shield status. So once again, playing into the whole AT field. She has an AT field, the enemy has an AT field, and there are buffs regarding those things. So her burst is going to be a 40-second burst. Again, she has a burst 3. Gains Pierce for 25 seconds. It's going to help with attacking the core. Attack damage up 150% for 10 seconds. Recovers 3% of attack damage as HP over 10 seconds. So she does get a heal effect as part of her burst, which is going to activate other parts of her kit as well. Hit rate up 101% for 10 seconds. Once again, that is going to help with her piercing and helping and hitting the core by having that additional hit rate. So again, a pretty cohesive kit, pretty high numbers. Again, it does seem like she is going to synergize pretty well overall as an additional attacker on a fire team. And I think she's going to do pretty well in that regard. Alright, so we can talk about other things that were added in this update. So again, if we look, we can see that there's the limited recruitment for Asuka, there's the secret box, which is the costume gacha, Evangelion, Nikke, this is of course the event itself, which we're going to go into in just a second. Pilot in Summer is going to be the event pass, and Alice Diary. Now this is big, this is really big, so I haven't even clicked on this yet, but you can actually get a free copy of Alice by completing all of these day-to-day quests. So it's the same sort of formula as the day-to-day with Diesel. I think it's still active right now, actually. Now you can get a free Alice just by, going through all these missions and stuff. And it looks like there's other stuff that you can get, too. There's, like, recruit vouchers and everything in here, so that's pretty nice. And in fact, it looks like we can, since we've cleared Chapter 11, we can actually grab our free additional copy of Alice right now. So that's kind of nice. Won't say no to that. That's pretty nice. Core 2. I've never had her in my wish list, by the way. I've pretty much never had her in my wish list. Alice has just been very, very kind to us. So continuing along with the quality of life changes, we have Anomaly Interception, which is an even harder version of the Interception. It's like an EX to the EX, and they do share the number of attempts. So if you do the regular special Interception here, that will use the same attempts that you would be using for the Anomaly Interception here. And so for the most part, if you break down the rewards, and you can see right here, you have a rotation of different bosses that have specific element types. And so naturally, part of the strategy is to pick the element that you're stronger against. Your core team, whatever your strongest core team is, strongest characters, and Nikke are, what color advantage, what elemental advantage they would have against a particular boss. One of the things to consider when you go into the boss, and you can still rotate while you're in here, is that the rewards change based on the boss that you pick. For example, you can see you can get a possible piece of headgear here, possible piece of leg gear, claimable custom modules, you have arm gear and chest gear, right? So it is actually somewhat targeted. The type of boss that you challenge does determine what types of rewards you would get as the additional drops. Now, the additional drops is something different, of course, from the manufacturer arms that you would be getting. So when I'm talking about manufacturer drops, you can see here what the rates actually are. So you've got, the 20-something% and 30% at the stage 1 right here. So if you click on it for more details, you can see that only headgear is available as one of the bonus drops. Now, of course, you can get attacker, supporter, or defender headgear, and of course, manufacturer-wise, it can be any of the manufacturers. So you can see right here, it is more targeted, but you can get basically any type of Tier 9 headgear. What you can't get is non-manufacturer Tier 9 headgear, which is actually pretty huge. You're not going to be able to get junk for your bonus drop. So that's actually a big plus. The other piece here, you have a chance of getting a double drop for a custom module as well from the random box. So as you've probably already noticed, there's actually another kind of reward that drops with the Anomaly Interception, the custom locks. So as you clear Anomaly Interception, you will gain custom locks, or not even clear, just clear certain stage levels, right? You'll get these custom locks that you can actually use to lock the actual overload slots within overload gear. Previously, that was something that you had to use custom modules for, and now you can actually just use a certain number of custom locks. It's not 1-to-1, I think you have to do like 10 or 20 or something like that. I'm not entirely sure what the number is, but as you earn these custom locks, you can use those instead of custom modules, which is great. That actually lightens the burden on your custom module count when you want to actually lock a slot on a piece of overload gear. So let's just go ahead and challenge Ultra right now, and we're gonna also just like kind of fast forward through it and talk through a little bit the advantages of the anomaly interception and everything. Yeah, so here we go. I am gonna manual my bursts and manual Red Hood here. But yes, so obviously you can see that there's a lot of stages here, and right out of the gate, the boss is a lot more difficult than the standard interception boss. And it actually ramps up. So even though we've cleared the first couple of stages, each successive stage is actually much more powerful. So it becomes much more difficult to clear the stages. I think I can get up to probably stage like 5 or so on this one. And then, you know, reap the rewards there. There are somewhat diminishing returns, so again, even clearing stage 1 will net you 20 of the manufacturer arms. So as long as you can get the manufacturer arms so as long as you can clear the first stage of the anomaly interception, it's basically worth doing the anomaly interception over doing the regular, you know, EX interception for custom modules anyway. So there we go. Again, we got to stage 4, and we do get 27 of the manufacturer arms. Again, even just clearing stage 1 gets you 20 manufacturer arms, which again is the same amount as completely clearing the EX interception. And then we did get, of course, some of the custom locks. We didn't, unfortunately, get any of the bonus rewards, which is just that's just RNG. It's just bad luck. Hopefully, in some of the quick battles here, we do manage to get some bonus drops. Alright, hey, we got a piece of Pilgrim gear. That's nice. So again, headgear, it has to be headgear, because that is the targeted reward for this particular boss. Let's go ahead and quick battle, see if we can get some custom modules in here too. Oh, there we go, alright. And what, another Pilgrim gear? Okay, we got 2 supporter gear, but still, hey, you know what? I'll take Pilgrim gear, that's no problem. Alright, so another quality of life change that I wanted to highlight with this update is to the arena shop, featuring, of course, Rupee here. The manufacturer arms furnace. I think this is totally worth buying every single day with every single reset, because effectively what you can do is you can use these to melt down your Tier 9 manufacturer gear to get a different Tier 9 manufacturer gear. So it's basically a way to recycle your useless, abnormal... in most cases, I would say people are probably going to be using their abnormal manufacturer Tier 9 gear to melt down to turn into one of the other manufacturer gears. Okay, so let's check out the event itself. Let's get into it a little bit. I did watch the intro. It automatically started. So Evangelion, Nikke, you cannot evade. And, I mean, again, just look at the little flourishes to the UI. I, like, really appreciate that stuff. I know that for some people it may seem superficial, but just even having the hexagon grid for the UI at the bottom, and then again the no signal and everything, having the Evangelion font, like I don't know, it just adds so much to it. Shop is the vending machine, stock standard stuff here. Now I do wonder when the Ark is under attack, is this going to open up and expand like in a huge way? What is this? To avoid accidents and loss of supplies, student entry is prohibited. Violators are required to write a 20-page letter of apology. Okay. The challenge mode. Let's see who the challenge mode is. So it's going to be Gravedigger. Ugh. Alright. So that has the potential to be a little dicey. Let's head over to the login stamp. So just the podium here. Let's grab our recruit. And so there is Misato. Here's Misato. On the 3rd day we can get her. Once again, I'm so happy that Misato is in the game. She's got Pen with her. Is squirming against her a little bit there. Signature look. She looks great. Again, Misato... One of my first anime crushes. She was. So her full name is Misato Katsuragi, age 29, part of the operations department of the special agency NERV. She seems optimistic and carefree at first, but there's a stern side to her. Yeah, she might seem fun and flirty, and she is, but when the mission starts, she is all business. She's taking names and kicking ass. So yeah, I'm happy to get her. We're going to be able to get her max limit broken, of course, too, which I'm very, very happy about. And I am not going to miss the opportunity to take a look at her animations and everything while we're here. So once again, she's got the little nerve case. She's hugging Pen Pen. I love it. Got her signature jacket. Here is her shooting pose. Looks like she's got Pen Pen with her. So I could be crazy, but I think that this pose is loosely based off of La Femme Nikita, if I'm not mistaken, because I think I've seen Misato take this pose in the anime before, behind cover. And then there, look at Pen Pen going nuts. Look at him going crazy. She's got that, and she's got, of course, she has that that very slim fit pencil skirt. It looks very attractive on her. And oh, look at that! Oh, that reload animation. Pen Pen with the assist. Look at that! Flipping up the magazine. I like it. And then finally, here is the chibi. Got those stunner shades on her head. They're bouncing a little bit as she's strutting forward and everything. Little blink with the recoil. That's a nice touch. Oh, little malfunction. Tapping the side of the weapon. Dizzy. So once again, I feel like this is this place actually has everything. There's even a bar. Amazing. Yeah, Misato not one to shy away from the liquor and beer, of course. She enjoys a drink just like anyone else. Let's go into the story one. Let's check out some of it a little bit here. Oh, look at that! Look at the dramatic zoom out. The puddles reflecting the arc buildings and everything. Got all 4 of them here, and then and yeah, so 27 days. That's going to be the event. We can take a look at the boost Nikke here. So Asuka, Diesel, Yunwa, Frima, Misato, the counters. Okay, so the counters are all going to be at least some boosters. And then Ein is going to be in here too. So yeah, we've got a pick of the litter here. We don't have Ein yet. Let's go ahead and enter. And oh god, the flavor is amazing. It's so good. Like just for key visuals, I feel like Nikke just handles key visuals extremely well in adopting particular styles and employing them and like going the distance in ways that you don't really need to. Like little sound effects, little things here and there that really kind of sell the feel and the vibe of everything. Oh, look at this map. This is pretty cool. Even the HUD with like the reload animation and everything. So it's like a simulation. It seems like Frima. Even the boss HUD at the top has like the little markers from Nerve and everything. All right, so let's check out the mini game here. Battle Simulator. Simulation System Nikke 01. Battle Simulation System Entry Succeed. Okay, choose the stage. Alright, so we've only got easy mode right now. Is this going to be regular combat, or is there... easy stage 1. A simulation space prepared for beginners. Aerial type minion raptors appear here. They have 2 action patterns. Core attack, aiming projectile. We get trait points. Like I can only choose Asuka for at least the first run here. She has a relatively high attack, ability to shoot rapidly. Wait, she's like a little chibi here. Okay, wait. Okay, game guide. When a yellow target hint appears, you can attack the core with a core attack. If missiles are launched from the raptor's rear, defend with aiming projectile. If you fail, you will take damage. I don't know if we're gonna face like multiple enemies at once or not. And it does look like you get. It does look like you can speed up with the tab key up at the top there, so you are gonna be able to move along a little bit quicker with these. And there we go. Oh yeah, don't forget to grab your missions, your completed missions from here too. It is a separate list. So you can get your own rewards here, and then trait. Oh, so you can level yourself up, or level up certain traits, so increases damage dealt to core by 10%. It does look like as you go through, there's core damage, there's increasing your HP, decreasing the damage taken, increasing charge damage. So there's all kinds of things that you can pick up here. Alright, well that about does it. I think for our day 1, at least, of covering the Eva collaboration with Nikke. I'm excited to dig into it. I'm going to watch the story and read through the story. I'm going to go through the minigame stages and all of that. And then get ready. Get ready for Rei when she drops, Mari when she drops as well. Got to get both of them. and very, very excited to unlock Misato when I do. So let me know down below how your pulls went for Asuka, if you decided to go in for her. Best of luck to you. Hopefully you got the copy or copies that you were looking for very, very early. Let me know down below how you did. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving a like, commenting down below, subscribing to the channel for more Goddess of Victory Nikke content. We thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, let's defend that outpost.